And it's a shame that it's happening to Floyd Mayweather. It's a shame that it's been happening for years to not only athletes but celebrities or people who are making tons of money because they're not managing their circle. They're not managing their life, you know? And it's your circle that's all important. You must hire people. If you're gonna hire people that are gonna look out for your money and you're gonna trust those people, well, you better check the checker. You know, the checker checks the checker.
At the end of it, I think he's gotten some bad advice. I think he's been led into some things that, you know, he didn't necessarily agree to.
Floyd does not have all of his properties. Now, if he means homes that he owns, then okay, sure. But he's also had to sell a lot of those homes to pay back loans that he made against said houses and other assets or liens that were against him with the IRS. This dude cannot stop lying. He also said, I don't owe anybody anything, or my bills are all paid.
Oscar De La Hoya has taken another shot at Floyd Mayweather over the reported $7.3 million IRS debt. He called the situation unfortunate, considering the massive fortune Floyd built throughout his boxing career. De La Hoya suggested that poor financial decisions and surrounding himself with the wrong people may have contributed to the reported financial problems.
Absolutely. Look, and it's funny you bring that up because I was thinking about a new segment that I want to come out with, giving advice to fighters or giving advice to athletes who come across a lot of money. And then what do you do with it? Then you have to hire people, you have to hire lawyers, you have to hire agents. So now you have all these people around you, right? And sometimes, and most likely, you hire people that eventually...
This to the person that's in my DM and say, Rose, you better make better moves or end up like Mayweather. First and foremost, do you actually believe Floyd Mayweather is broke? Do you? Do you? Let me make this clear, right?
De La Hoya also questioned whether Floyd was careful enough when choosing the people responsible for managing his money. He believes that someone who accumulates that level of wealth needs a trustworthy and experienced financial team. According to him, having the right professionals around Floyd could have helped protect his fortune and prevent serious money management mistakes.
If I'm gonna hire somebody who's gonna look out for my finances, I've had my finance guy for 25 years, the same guy. And there's a reason for that, because somebody else is checking him and somebody else is checking that other guy. So you have to be smart.
For a fact, Floyd Mayweather not broke because Ricky Rose would give and put $50 million up to Floyd Mayweather, $50 million up to Gervonta Davis, a.k.a. Tank, and I will book the Hard Rock Stadium myself. If Mayweather needed that 50, we can make that happen.
Floyd Mayweather is reportedly dealing with a $7.3 million federal tax lien from the IRS in Las Vegas involving unpaid taxes connected to 2018 and 2023. The situation comes while Mayweather is also facing other legal and financial disputes. However, his representatives have pushed back against claims that he is experiencing major financial trouble. Bob Arum said he was disappointed to see someone as successful as Floyd dealing with tax problems, praising him as an exceptional fighter who earned an enormous amount of money during his career.
You know, Floyd had a great career. He made a lot of money. But in his mind, that made him a great genius, great business genius, great genius in life. And because he overrated life, he ran out of money. You can't, no matter how much money you have, you can't have 2 big planes, 10 security guards. It's going to cost you money. I mean, so again, I'm really sad to see that happen. But hopefully he'll get out of it. Hopefully he'll get...
I gave the sport a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to this point. So, you know, I'm very, very thankful for the support from people from all around the world, people from all walks of life. And, you know, I like going out having...
Dana White, who has worked with Floyd Mayweather in the past, has also spoken about the reports surrounding Floyd's finances. White expressed sympathy and suggested that he might even be willing to help if Floyd is genuinely dealing with serious financial problems. He pointed out that Mayweather worked extremely hard to build his fortune, making it unfortunate if that money was later lost or taken from him. At the same time, former Showtime executive Steven Espinoza addressed the reported $340 million claim against Showtime. Espinoza suggested that questionable financial advice and poor money management from people around Floyd could have contributed to some of the problems now being discussed.
Going through your mind, did you immediately call Floyd or what?
I didn't, because it's, at that point, you sort of assume, like, he knows what's going on, like, this doesn't happen in his name without him knowing about it.
Yeah.
So, no, like, I didn't think that there was a whole lot of point, like, saying, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, it speaks for itself. All right, that's what we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're doing. So,
Right, so do you think that Floyd realized, okay, I'm missing money, I owe money, where's my money at? And he just had to sue everyone involved? Or someone is telling him, I think it was Showtime, or I think it was this person, your former manager, your former this.
I think they're two different situations. Like, everyone sort of saw the two lawsuits and say, okay, they're the same thing. I think someone told him, you should sue Showtime.
Because of his long professional relationship with Floyd at Showtime, Espinoza said he had a close understanding of both Mayweather's boxing career and the business operations surrounding it. He explained that if he had been directly involved in the legal dispute, he would have preferred to help Floyd rather than simply watch the situation unfold. According to Espinoza, his years of working around Mayweather gave him insight into the history behind the disagreement and the business circumstances that eventually resulted in the lawsuit.
Yeah. Whatever it's due mid-June.
Right.
And then you send your money in, and then they don't report it back to us till July. Right. So all of a sudden, at the earliest that we see it is a couple months later. But then there's also, there's sort of middlemen in between that this guy has to report to this company because, for example, if you've got Comcast or Charter or some of these, there's local systems that report to the main company, and then the main company reports to Showtime. So there's sort of delays along the line, and it's a crazy system because it wasn't unusual that 6 months, 12 months down the road, like all of a sudden we'd get a big check from DirecTV or satellite company just because money was delayed and they just...
The controversy surrounding people from Mayweather's former business circle continues to attract attention. Reports shared online claim that Manny Pacquiao's promotional chief has filed a lawsuit seeking millions of dollars against Floyd's former manager, with allegations involving fraud and theft. If accurate, the case would add another financial dispute involving people connected to Mayweather's boxing career. Wade Plemons has also questioned how effectively Floyd managed the fortune he earned outside the ring. He pointed out that Mayweather's reputation as one of boxing's most reliable winners made people comfortable betting huge amounts of money on him, creating an interesting contrast between the trust placed in Floyd inside boxing and the questions now surrounding his personal finances.
Accused in lawsuits of failing to pay for millions of dollars worth of luxury items, including watches and high-end jewelry, allegations he has disputed. Well, not just allegations anymore. He's being charged with 2 felonies for not paying for, or at least writing a bad check for, a watch in Vegas as well. So on all fronts here, Floyd Mayweather is flat out lying, saying, well, my properties are paid for. Again, if he's talking about his houses, sure, your houses are still there, even though, again, he sold 2 houses in Beverly Hills and in Miami to pay 2 of his real estate partners. So why lie about it when we have the proof? It's there. Why? I don't understand. Floyd used to be able, and this, by the way, shout out to Spencer Cornelia, because he hit this right on the head. He nailed this. Pause. He said that Floyd will do this where he will create a narrative, and because he is a massive superstar, his words are taken as truth. In reality, we now have the truth. The burden of truth is on Floyd to...
Plemons believes Mayweather's success outside boxing has not reached the same level as what he accomplished inside the ring. However, he stressed that this does not diminish Floyd's achievements because boxing was clearly where Mayweather proved himself most successful. Plemons also highlighted the confidence bettors had in Floyd, with people willing to risk enormous amounts because they expected him to win. His larger argument is that Mayweather demonstrated an incredible ability to generate wealth through boxing, while questions remain about how effectively that money was preserved and managed afterward.
More probability that they get that money back and some than Floyd pulling out equity in his home to take out a loan to try to pay somebody back, or using his home as collateral to take out a loan to then not pay the person back. That's the most true thing about Floyd Mayweather's entire career. He is the best boxer of this current day and age, and it's the one thing he's done better than anything ever in business, anything. He has not run any successful business. He has not made any more money than when he is in that squared circle. Point blank period. And that's not a bad thing. That's just what he's best at. But Floyd Money Mayweather, the only time that money comes into play is...
Floyd Mayweather continues to reject the idea that he is facing serious financial difficulties. During a recent interview, he insisted that his responsibilities are still being handled and that his properties remain under his control. Mayweather also emphasized that his family members and employees continue to receive financial support. By pointing to his homes, household expenses, and business obligations, Floyd argued that the reports about his finances do not accurately represent his current situation and that he remains capable of managing everything he is responsible for.
So a lot of people are saying you're doing this just cause of the money. Is it just cause money, or just what you want to do?
Well, as you know, I mean, nobody has taken none of my properties away from me.
Right. So did you want one more question? I'm going to let you finish.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the paper.
No,
You know,
right.
go back to that. To the paper.
Right.
You know, I was thinking about something, right?
Yeah. You doing great.
A lot of times. No, hold on. Let me show me. Okay, so check this out.
Yeah.
Now, when you really think about this, right? We got our people, meaning the black community.
Yeah.
These people have been paying money for years to come see me fight.
Yep.
These people will put equity out of their house, bet their life savings, and they bet it on Floyd because I prove that I'm 100% when I get in that ring.
However, the reported tax records and lawsuits paint a more complicated picture. A federal tax lien gives the U.S. government a legal claim against certain property until an outstanding tax obligation is resolved. This is also not the first time Mayweather has reportedly faced issues with the IRS. Previous reports involved a roughly $22.5 million lien connected to his 2015 taxes, along with another multimillion-dollar lien related to earlier tax obligations. The latest development has intensified questions because Mayweather's career earnings have been estimated at around $1.1 billion. Reports also claimed that the IRS warned Floyd that his U.S. passport could potentially be revoked over more than $7.25 million in unpaid federal taxes from 2018 and 2023. The latest lien reportedly gives the government a legal interest in his property while the debt remains unresolved. Cam Newton has also questioned how someone who earns such enormous amounts could reportedly face financial pressure. Newton pointed toward Floyd's expensive lifestyle, including designer clothing, luxury cars, jewelry, travel, and major business expenses. He also referenced claims that Mayweather has spent as much as $500,000 in a single day, raising the bigger question of whether such an expensive lifestyle can realistically be maintained for decades.
Pretty boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, it don't matter who he identified himself to be. My question comes in, as I look at his career, I don't want to talk about the earnings because that's not something that I want to point out. I don't even want to talk about the splurging because he gave off this lifestyle that was not realistic for a lot of people to obtain.
Yes.
My question is, why hasn't he ever aligned with the brand? Or let's flip it. Why hasn't a brand ever aligned with him? I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So when you think about boxing,
Okay.
names that come to fruition or come to mention is Oscar De La Hoya.
Yep.
Oscar De La Hoya is the face or the owner, creator, CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. Well, Mayweather Promotions, not a lot of people have aligned with that. You got Devin Haney that has spoke bitter